Thank you for tuning in to the Looking Fab Show. I'm your host, Fabby, and this is a continuation of Boston Fashion Week. And today we have two special guests with us that did an event for Boston Fashion Week that we will be interviewing. And can you please introduce yourself for me, please?
Yes, my name is Kate Tirone, and I was the co-producer of the event, Rising Design Fashion Show.
Hi, I'm Margaret Lawrence, and I'm one of the designers that was featured at the Rising Design Fashion Show.
Thank you for coming on the Looking Fab Show.
Thanks for having me.
So just a quick question about Boston Fashion Week in general. Is this the first time you guys participate in Boston Fashion Week?
Yes, as presenters. We have participated in many events in the past and always dreamed of having our own show, and so we really did it this year.
Okay, so Kate, tell me more about your group.
We started out as a group of friends who we all attended Mass Art together, and we went through the Fashion Design Certificate program together. And we just decided, graduating over the past couple of years, we should continue to stay in touch. We started to have brunch together each month, and then one of our friends proposed having a fashion show, building our networks together, and so we became, established our group as Rising Design to share our networks and resources.
Oh, that's great. So what do you guys do to stay up to date, or how do you guys mainly communicate? Like, what's the purpose of the group? And do you guys plan to branch off? Are you guys going to stay together? Or?
Well, we just found as we were talking about fashion in Boston, graduating, what was the next step. There are a lot of great opportunities here, but it's not in New York. You walk out your door and it's all fashion everywhere and opportunities and internships. How do you create that here? There are wonderful opportunities. It's a little smaller, but we decided we would create that opportunity ourselves. We would get our work out to the public. Our first event was a show. We'll plan more events. We're definitely going to stay together and probably expand our group. But right now it was really just about saying, we all design, we're all designers. We all do our individual collections at home. How do we get it in front of people, just out to the public? So we really just wanted to support our peers, and that's how the show grew out of that.
Okay, so what do you design?
We all design. We all are pretty individual, and at our show you could see the different personalities and the different design aesthetics. I do artistic design. Margaret, you want to talk about the kind of design you do?
I like to do evening wear, bridal. I'm into millinery, like making hats and hair pieces. But yeah, I mean, as far as the group, we all have different interests that we're kind of trying to pursue as far as design.
Okay. For the both of you, what does fashion mean to you?
I think fashion is a mode of personal expression. Just someone can paint a picture, or draw, or drive a certain kind of car, or it's just a way to express who you are. And the really neat thing about fashion is you can do that differently every day if you wish. So,
I agree with Kate. I think it's also about making yourself feel good. If you have a really great outfit on, it makes you feel better as a person, and probably gives you some more confidence throughout your day to accomplish anything else you may need to do. I also really look at fashion as a form of art. I'm so interested in the visual and really noticing details and stuff like that, and I'm just drawn to colors and shapes and patterns.
So your design is based on, you said you design evening. How there's so many different type of fashion when it comes to a clothing designer you can go to designing jewelry, you can go to designing evening wear. How did you come up to say, okay, I want to do evening wear, or how did you come to that?
Well, I actually started my design career in costume design, and I think that I was interested in that because of my interest in the visual. I really like kind of grand, I don't know what the word is, just a very like big form of design. And I think that was how I got into costume originally, and then my interest in evening wear kind of branched off that, because it's like, it's not just jeans and a t-shirt, it's just something that's a little more decorative.
Okay. So as designers, who are your favorite designers?
I love Valentino. When Valentino was at the helm, and even now with the new designers, very romantic. It's that fantasy, lady, evening wear. I love Valentino, all the ruffles and just the beautiful fabrics. Who's one of yours?
My favorite designer is Erte, who was a costume and fashion designer in like the 20s and 30s. And that kind of goes back to my, you know, I actually just really love his art, his illustrations, in addition to his designs, but he also did theater and you know, evening wear and stuff too.
Where do you get inspiration for your line? Where do you get it from? Watching fashion shows, or you just, how does that come about?
Everything. I mean, from other designers and like other clothing you see, definitely, but also like, you know, as a designer, I think your eye is just trained to notice everything. So sometimes you'll see, you know, a curtain, a door, a shape, a color. You're just kind of always looking out for things. So I think your inspiration could come, you know, in the most unexpected places.
Yeah, I agree. I think my last collection was all very, it was based on geometry, just really basic shapes. But I got to that by studying Ralph Rucci, who does very architectural, beautiful, lots of lines, looking at architecture and bringing those kind of rigid lines into a beautiful, feminine shape. So it comes from everywhere, really.
Okay. So for the show, how did you guys go about picking the models?
It was interesting. A few of our designers have been in shows before, and they knew a few names. And then we just went on, Felicia Berry, who I think you'll be talking to later. She got onto Craigslist and did an open posting. And then the process from there, June Montero, who co-produced the show and managed all of the model selection and all of the presenting designers' work. They had just one night where all of these models came, tried on the dresses, walked, and then just selected by, you know, someone can be beautiful and wonderful, and then when they walk, they just really bring that garment to life. So that's who we chose.
Okay, so was it, like, let's just say someone is interested, oh my God, you guys love your work, and they'd love to model for you. Do you just use models when shows are coming up, or do you use them for photo shoots, or have you guys had photo shoots before?
One of our designers did do a photo shoot recently, and we're very open to, you know, we're all about supporting people in the industry. So anything we can do too, yes, we'd love to support models, photographers, you know, just trading credit and being able to help everybody along in their goals. We're really all about collaboration and giving. And yeah, anybody can contact us through our website, which is risingdesignboston.com. And our Gmail is on there. It's risingdesignboston@gmail. And we're, is that right? At gmail.com. Yeah. And we're happy to, yeah, anybody that we can support and they can support us. We'll do photo shoots in the future. We'll do more events in the future. And we're always looking for great talent right here in Boston. That's what we're all about.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
What was the most memorable moment of the show for you two?
For me, it was actually after the show was over and seeing the pictures and the video clips and stuff, because the designers were backstage the whole time, and it was so stressful and chaotic. It just didn't really feel real until afterward, when I had, like, you know, seen evidence of the work.
And I was able to actually sit in the audience for part of both shows. And I think what was really great for me was to just look around at all of our friends, the family, people who donated their time. We had, you know, a bartender and a DJ, and we had Monica Brady-Meyerhoff from WBUR and Kathleen McDermott, a local writer and artist. And they all donated their time for us that night. And just to look around and see that everyone was on our team and how much we were supported was a really wonderful thing to see.
Okay. Okay. Is there, for anyone that's inspiring to be a designer, or for anyone that is inspiring to get just in the fashion industry period, what word of advice would you have for them?
I feel like I need somebody to be that person for me right now. I mean, just the name of our collaborative, Rising Design, we're kind of in that boat right now. We're just trying to get our start, and but I guess for other people who are, you know, kind of in our same boat, just I think surrounding yourself with fashion and with other people who are, you know, share your same interests and keep you, you know, encouraged and motivated and involved, and just like being around it, immersing yourself in it is really important.
Absolutely. Wherever you are in your life, you can do it. That's what I tell people. I was working 60 hours a week sometimes, and I was working in healthcare, and I loved fashion, and I said, I'll just take one class at night. I can fit that in. And I just loved it, and I was around wonderful people who shared the same passions, and just getting out there. If you can't take a class, go, you know, speak to someone on your own time. Just ask a local designer to go have coffee, or to, you know, just go to a school and talk to someone in the department about opportunities in the area. There are a lot of weekend courses, just a weekend, but just like Margaret said, just getting out there and being around it, and really understanding that you can be a part of it, and really believing that. That's the thing to do.
That's great. That's really great. I know there's a lot of fashion shows on TV right now. Which ones are your favorites, and why?
I don't have a TV, so I'll pass this one out.
The only one I really watch religiously is Project Runway, and I guess maybe just because that was the first one, and kind of the biggest show out there. But I don't know, it's just fun to, now that it's been on a few years, you know, following the hosts that are, you know, steady on there. But I don't know, some of the other shows, well, like the only other one I know is, I think it's called Launch My Line or something. And I don't like that one because it's not realistic, because they give you, they kind of tell you what to design. And that's the complete opposite of fashion to me, and being a designer is like, I want to do what I want. So
I also watch Project Runway. I like it. I like it too. Okay, well, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having us.
It was really great, and it was a great event.
Oh, great.
I enjoyed it, and it was great to see so many different designers come together and put on such a great event for Boston Fashion Week. And so are you guys planning to do more Boston Fashion Week event in the future? Where do you see Boston Fashion Week going? Do you see it growing like New York Fashion Week?
I do see it growing. I've seen it growing over the last couple of years. Jake Halderan is the founder, and you saw just over the last couple of years, now you see the Boston Community Adult Education. They have courses around that time. They offer these one-night classes, or they do events around it. You see more stores doing little trunk shows around that time. I think he's really established Boston Fashion Week in Boston. It's a real well-attended week. Well, you know, you probably went to a bunch of them, like you. And I do see it growing each year, and I'm really looking forward to next year. I'm sure we'll have a presence there.
Okay. Well, again, thank you for coming on to the
Thank
Looking Fab show.
thank you.
And we're going to go view a clip. We're going to go view a clip of Rising Design Boston, and we will